Hello students, welcome to today's video lecture of quality engineering unit number 2, quality engineering and management tools, techniques and standard, lecture number 6. In today's lecture we will see regarding the topic 5S techniques, Kaizen method and Pokayoke method. What is 5S techniques for the quality as a quality tool, what is Kaizen and what is Pokayoke. Now 5S. The 5S practice or 5S process is a structural program to systematically achieve the total organization and maintain cleanliness and standardization in the workplace. So what is the main objective of this? To maintain cleanliness and standardization in the workplace. A well organized workplace result in a safer, more efficient, more productive and customer focused operation. It is said that if organization is or the workplace, if it is clean, it results to safer, more efficient and productive and customer focused operation. It boosts the morale of the workers, promoting a sense of pride in their work and ownership of their responsibility. So 5S technique, however, it improves the, you can say, the productivity, the focus on the product and satisfy the customers. Now the 5S is one of this technique, a step for the systematic workplace organization and the standardization. The 5S was invented in Japan and it stands for the 5 Japanese word that starts with the letter S, that is Seri, Seton, Shiso, Shiketsu and Shitsuk. These are the Japanese words which were used as a 5S techniques in order to improve the production. Now the same 5S word are now converted into English, that is 5S words in English, and that has been adopted as a 5S acronym, that is short, second one is set in place or set, third one is shine, fourth one is standardize and the fifth one is sustain in the English language. Now how this 5S plays an important role in the production, let us see. Now the first one, short. What do you mean by the short? The first step of the 5S process, short, refers to the act of throwing away all unwanted, unnecessary and unrelated materials in the workplace. So the short means kind of shorting. It says that we have to remove the unwanted materials whichever is there or the unnecessary unwanted material from the workplace. The idea is to ensure that everything left in the workplace related to the work, so ensure that only those items are available at the workplace which are useful for the production. Otherwise, remove all the unnecessary material. Even the number of necessary items in the workplace must be kept to its absolute minimum. So whatever the items or number of equipments which are required, that should be minimum in the numbers. The most effective method to implement short is to attach a red tag to all unneeded items and move them to a location outside the work area for storage until disposed of. It means whatever the unwanted items are there, that we have to remove from the site of the working site or the location and move into the storage until disposed of. Shorting is an excellent way to free up valuable space and eliminate such things as obsoleted stock, used and broken tools, irreparable jigs and fixtures, non-renewable jobs, surplus stocks. So here shorting is an excellent way where you have to remove the unnecessary materials. Now unnecessary materials as shown, like the broken tools, the jigs which are unrepairable, or fixtures which are not renewable, and non-renewable jobs which are now they are not going to be used, or the scrap job, and any surplus stock. If additional stock is there, remove from that place and keep that place clean. Now, the second is set in order. So, the set in order means systematic, orderly, efficient, and effective arrangement of the items in use. It means all the things which you are going to use should be systematically arranged. For example, if you are a right hander, then the tool which you are operating or the spanner which you are operating should be on the right side. So most usable tool should be on right hand side, less usable tool should be on the left hand side, and depending on that. So, and everything should be arranged in a sequence. For example, first the drill tool should be there, then the reamer tool should be there. Before you drill, you cannot go for the reaming. So this is the example which I told you, that the sequence should be maintained. Therefore, section means to arrange correctly in accordance with the correct method of doing activities and making through preparations so that the activities can be performed even if they occur abruptly. Since arranging correctly is a natural flow of activities after segregation, sort and set in order are often used and practiced together. It means once the things are segregated, then thereafter, after separating, set them in order for effective production. Some areas which often needs attentions are unable tool crypts, cluttered shelves, lockers, office files, and things lying on the shop floor. So there are some things which are unnecessary things and which should not lie on the shop floor. For example, the clutter shelves, that is clutter means the cupboard, lockers, office files, and things, they should be arranged in the office. So they have to set all the things in the order. The third S means to say shine. Shine means cleaning. Shine is a cleaning the workplace completely so that there is no dust on the floor, machines and equipments. The objective of CISO means the shine, is to return items, jigs, fixture, molds, equipment and other utility and workplace used during work to their original clean and polished condition by removing scrap and leftover and wiping all surface to make dirt. It is true. See friends, once you complete your operation, when you utilize your lathe machine or drilling machine or the supporting tools like jigs and fixtures, once the operation is completed, you remove them, clean them from the dust and scrap, polish them and keep it so that at the next use they will be ready to use. So this is the importance of shine. Shine means whatever the workplace you are utilizing, it should be clean, neat and tidy. The presence of dust can cause abrasions, scratches, blockage, leakage, bad connections, electrical defect, quality defect, example painting on the dusty surface, variability, that is wrong measurement and lack of process control. If the area which you are working is not clean, not hygienic, then this type of defects or quality defects can be occurred, like the abrasions. Abrasions means the small chips particles which are there, scratches because of the small chips particles, blockage because of the dust, leakage, bad connections, that is electrical defect, even quality defect, that is painting on the dusty surface. If the surface is not clean and if we paint it, the quality defect will rise. And variability, that is wrong measurement, the dusty surface will measure wrong dimensions. So whatever the area you are working, that should be neat and tidy and clean as mentioned. Cleaning is not a one time activity. Some sort of standards of cleaning needs to be developed and regular flow up is necessary to sustain this improvement. See friends, cleaning is not done, it is not a single time activity. It is a, you can say, multiple activity, continuous activity. So Once the operation is done, you have to clean the space so that uh, no error occurs or the quality maintains. That is why the point number 3, shine, is an important as a quality tool. The fourth one, that is standardize. Standardization is a repeatedly following of short, set in order, and shine. So number 4, fourth S is followed by short, set in order, and shine, developing and implementing standard operating procedures and maintaining safe and hygienic conditions at the work, leading to serene atmosphere. Standardize, embrace both personal cleanliness and that of the working environment. Friends, standardize means you have to maintain the standard procedure which is to be followed under short, set in order, and shine. Once you follow the standardization, you have to make it a standard procedure to manufacture a particular thing so that hygienic and safe atmosphere is maintained. It emphasizes on 5S standardization and visual management. Standardization ensures that all assignments are absolutely clear and there is no undefined area. So once you standardize it, it proves that, or it reveals that whatever the production is being, whatever the activities are going on the shop floor, they are as per the standardization. So there is no need of ensuring the assignments again and again. Visual management ensures that communication is a simple and effective. Together, they, that is the standardization and visual management, provide an effective way of continuous improvement. So, friends, standardization and visual management both play an important role in the quality tool, because once you manage the standardization and if it is followed, and also the visual management ensures that the communication is simple and effective once the standardization is maintained. So this is the fourth point, standardization. Now the fifth, sustain. Sustain means self discipline. It denotes commitment to maintain orderliness and to practice the first 4S as a way of life. So friends, sustain means the self responsibility. Whatever we have seen, the 1S, 2S, 3S and 4S, if we follow by our own, if all the employees or the worker or the operator or machine tool operator follow all these 4S, then it itself will satisfy the fifth S, that is the sustain. The emphasis of sustain is elimination of the bad habits and constant practice of the good ones. So sustaining means all the bad practice of irregular, not cleaning the area, uh, not removing the unnecessarily materials from the workplace, not keeping the area shiny and not following the set of orders, all this and not maintaining the standardization, it will the sustain will eliminate the bad habits and it will constantly practice the good habits, or it will support to practice the good habit. Once a true sustain is achieved, the personal voluntarily observed cleanliness and orderliness at all time. Yes, that is true. If a person on his own sustain himself, he think that I have to sustain. Sustain means to follow all 4S thoroughly by his voluntarily. Then it will observe, means you can see that cleanliness and orderliness will be seen all the time without having to be reminded by the management. So all the activities will be done in a good manner, in a systematic manner, without being informed by the management. One must train oneself to keep 4S principles and realize that by following the 5S, ultimately the work will become easier. So it proves that if we follow this 5S technique, our work will become hygienic, clean, good environment, happily, as well as it will become easier, and there will be no conflict between the workers, employees and the management, and all the work will be systematically maintained. Now, the next is Kaizen method. So, Kaizen is a Japanese word, means the improvement or change for the better. It refers to the philosophy or practice that focus upon continuous improvement of the process in manufacturing, engineering, and business management. Dear students, it is very important that there should be always a continuous improvement in the manufacturing technology. Nowadays, the world is moving towards Industry 4.0. In that case, definitely there should be a continuous development or improvement in the manufacturing or in the engineering or business management. Always there is a scope of development one after the other. So Kaizen itself, Kaizen is a Japanese word, and it itself says that Kaizen means improvement or the change for the better. So it is very important, and one should know this Kaizen method. Kaizen is a daily process, the purpose of which goes beyond simple productivity improvement. It goes beyond the simple productivity improvement. It is also a process that, when done correctly, humanizes the workplace, eliminates overly hard work, and hard work is also termed as muri, and teaches people how to perform experiments on their own work using the scientific method, and how to learn to spot and eliminate waste in the business process. So Kaizen method is a method which continuously tells us about the improvement in the production activity. However, a continuous learning and encouraging self to develop is a Kaizen method, you can say in short. In all process suggest a humanized approach to worker and to increasing productivity. The idea is to nurture the company's human resource as much as it is to praise and encourage participation in the Kaizen activity. Now, Kaizen activity is also not only for the production or for the production line only. Kaizen activity can be done for the employees also, because always there is a scope of development in the employees if a proper training is given to them. So all the staff has to undergo this Kaizen method under human resource. For the successful implementation require the participation of worker in the improvement. So in Kaizen method, all the workers or employees or managers should also involve themselves in the Kaizen method. Kaizen in order to develop the or in order to develop or go for the improvement. People at all level of the organizations participating in the Kaizen, from CEO down to janitorial staff as well as external stakeholders when applicable. All, for example, many skill development programs should be carried out by the industry so that the skill of worker improves under the Kaizen. The Toyota production system is known for the Kaizen, where all line personals are expected to stop their moving production line in case of any abnormality, and along with their supervisor suggest an improvement to resolve the abnormality, which may initiate a Kaizen. So in Toyota production system, if there is any problem or any abnormality in the production line, entire production will stop, all will gather together and suggest for the improvement, and somehow in the improvement and remove this or solve this abnormality, which will again be a part of Kaizen. The cycle of Kaizen activity can be defined as standardize an operation and activity. The operations and activities should be standardized. Second, measure the standardized operations, find a cycle time and amount of in process inventories. gauge measurements against requirement, innovate to meet requirement and increase productivity, standardize the new improved operation, and continuous cycle ad infinitum. So, the first point says standardize an operation and activities. So, whatever the activities you are doing, that should be standardized. Then measure the standardized operations. Whatever the standardized operations are done, they should be measured. Gauge measurements again requirement. So whenever there is any requirement, there should be a gauge measurement. Gauge means it is a fixed measuring tool which is required. For example, sheet gauge or metal or you can say screw gauge or pitch gauge, where again and again the measurement with the vernier or micrometer should not be taken directly. With the help of gauge they can they can measure it. Innovate to meet requirement and increase the productivity. Whatever the requirements are there, find some innovative way to meet that requirement and innovative methodology to increase the productivity. Standardize the new improved operation. So if you develop a new method for the production or development, one should standardize it so that it can be used for a longer duration of time. Continue cycle ad infinitum. So once the standardizations has been implemented, the cycle should be continuously at the infinitum unless and until there is some improvement or the scope of improvement for the development of the product. So up till that you have to continue with the same. Now the next is Poka-yoke method. Poka-yoke is a quality management concept developed by the Matsushita, the manufacturing engineer Shigo Shingo, to prevent the human error from occurring in the production line. Poka-yoke method is a method which has been developed in order to reduce the human being. For example, a human is drilling a hole, multi-hole. So there is a scope of error or scope of mistakes to be done. So in order to remove this human error, to reduce the human error from the production line, Poka-yoke method is used. Poka-yoke comes from two Japanese word, yokeru, that means to avoid, and poka, that means inadvertent error. Poka-yoke more or less translates to avoid inadvertent errors. Means it is a method to avoid the errors in the production line. It is also referred as a foolproofing. For example, I will tell you, when we are inserting a SIM card in our mobile, you cannot insert the SIM card in a wrong way or memory card in a wrong way. It is foolproof. Only the correct method, the card only will be inserted if you place it in the correct way. So that is the kind of thing that foolproofing is required. However, this is not correct if applied to the employees, and therefore the English equivalent uses by Shingo's was the error avoidance. Error avoidance means to avoid the error during the manufacturing. The other means such as mistake proofing or fail-safe operation convey similar meaning. So here they have given the other meanings of as a foolproofing, that is mistake proofing or fail-safe operation. The main objective of Poka-yoke is to achieve zero defect in the manufacturing. In Poka-yoke, it is implemented by using a simple objective such as fixtures, gadgets, warning device, paper systems, and the like to prevent people from committing mistake even if they try to. So I told you that inserting a memory card in a wrong way will not allow the memory card to insert it. So you can only insert the memory card in your mobile in a proper correct way only. So that is the example of an Pokayo. Similarly, jigs and fixtures. Jigs and fixtures are, you can say, the very innovative or very important innovations of the important innovations done in the mechanical engineering. The main reason of using jigs and fixture, there will be chance of zero defect while you are drilling the job on its allotted point. The example of attention free Pokayoks are, means these are the examples where you can use this Pokayok method, or you can be attention free, that your operation or your activity or whatever the your operation you are doing will be correct. There will be no mistake in that. A jigs that prevent a part from being distorted during location. So jig will help the part to be located properly. Non-symmetrical screw hole locations that would prevent a plate from being screwed down incorrectly. So non-symmetrical screw hole will help that incorrect screw should not be fitted in that. Electrical plugs that can only be inserted into the correct outlet. Electric plugs, the design of electric plugs, they cannot be inserted in a wrong way. Notches on board that only allows correct insertions into edge connector. So nodes on the board, notches, which are implemented for the insertion into edge connector. A flip type cover over a button that will prevent the button from being accidentally pressed. Filing cabinets that only allows one drawer to be opened at a time to prevent them falling over each other. Deadman's handle on power tool that cuts power when relieved. So these are the some of the examples of the Pokayoke, where even though a person wishes to do a mistake, the mistake will not occur and safely the operation will be done. So Pokayoke method is one of the important and one of the very useful technique which helps to improve the quality of the product. So thank you very much for watching this video. I request you all to subscribe our channel ssrt.gandhinagar. Thank you very much.